Here we go. It's about to start. That Warcraft? Warcraft 1?
Warcraft has always been my peace and my outlet.
I have such a deep love for everything inside Azeroth.
Same.
I thought, I'm gonna move on eventually, as if it was just any other game. And it wasn't.
I was a very introverted person, I was lonely, and then I accidentally stumbled upon World of Warcraft. I even ended up in a guild, and in the guild I even made some friends.
And we always come together to enjoy the moments that we create in the game.
This game was
whether
amazing.
They're fun, competitive, or silly.
You sent me a whispering game going, my water just broke. And I said, oh my goodness, I guess we'd better go to hospital. And you said, nah, let's kill this dragon.
And we did.
That's awesome.
Hearthstone changed my life.
I cannot picture my life without WoW.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Warcraft, for giving everything that you gave us.
It's like a real tough pill to swallow.
Here's to
like giving up playing WoW because it just wasn't holding up to like my standards of enjoyment anymore.
When I say World of Warcraft saved my life, I really mean it.
Definitely learned a lot while playing the game though. For real, for real. I wish I was watching this live earlier when I was doing news. I didn't even know this was going on. My God. That's how much I fell off of WoW. I didn't even know this was going on.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Warcraft 30th Anniversary Direct. I'm Holly Longdale, the executive producer for World of Warcraft. Alongside Hearthstone, Warcraft Rumble, and the Warcraft real-time strategy games, we are all honored to be here to celebrate some big milestones with you and talk about the future.
30's a big year.
Many of us began our Warcraft adventures as players before we became developers at Blizzard. No matter which game we work on, we all share a deep love for the Warcraft universe. Today, each of the Warcraft development teams will be sharing what's coming up. Some of it next year, some just a few weeks from now, and some will even be available today. So whether you've been traversing the plains of Azeroth with a view from above, or chilling in the Hearthstone Tavern, sorting out your minis for your Rumble machine, or pursuing Xalatath in Khazalgar, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Now, what better place to begin than with the games that started it all?
Oh,
Here's
man.
Brad Chan from the Warcraft RTS team.
It's kind of funny how life ends up. I actually never thought about ever being a developer. When I was younger, I just wanted to play video games.
He helped with making
Back in
the
2007,
updated
I was a regional
Warcraft
qualifier
game.
playing a game called Warcraft 3. After I qualified for the tournament, someone came up to me, gave me his card, and was like, hey, we're looking for experienced RTS players to join our design team. Naturally, I said I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to the Nationals, win that,
I wasn't
go to the
interested.
Worlds, win that, easy. Well, it was a good thing I kept that guy's card, because 16 years later, here I am, working on a game that remains so important to me and so many players around the world.
That's pretty awesome. Built his
Throughout
name
my
playing
career,
it.
I've stuck to a few guiding principles. When something is broken, you fix it. When something is wrong, you make it right. And if things aren't good enough, you make them better. So without further ado, I'm here to announce patch 2.0 for Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Did you just say not good enough? The game was amazing.
Now,
Come on.
This patch overhauls the environments and lighting and revamps the user interface. In addition, we are up-resing all classic Warcraft 3 assets to HD. You can now customize the type of assets you want to play with and even mix and match if you like. We have also included a bunch of quality of life changes, such as in-game hotkey customization, a revamped ladder, and much, much more. We hope you enjoy this update, which will be available to everyone who owns Reforge.
Well, I
Now,
have
I'm not just
3
here to talk about
Reforge.
Warcraft 3.
Oh.
We're also here celebrating 30 years of Warcraft. So not only will Reforge
that's
be
the one I already
receiving an
got.
update today,
Bet.
but we are also releasing fully remastered versions of Warcraft 2 and 1. So you can experience the story from the very beginning.
That's awesome.
These remasters have brand new hand-drawn visuals that capture the original art style from each game. And you'll be able to swap between the original graphics and the remastered
Yeah, because you
version
can't tell
in
what the hell
real
is going
time.
on the screen, kinda.
For Warcraft 1, we added modern controls such as right-click move, bandbox select, and a faster game speed. Both games have also received various UI and UX improvements such as tooltips and health bars, mission
clean.
select screen, and
It looks so
increasing the
clean.
Warcraft 2 will still have multiplayer functionality, and all legacy custom maps will still be fully compatible and playable. We are also bringing back the Warcraft Battle Chest, which will include Warcraft 1,
Hey, Xavier.
2, and 3.
And how you doing, kid?
So here's to 30 years of Warcraft, and I can't think of a better way than celebrating than reliving the story from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Did I mention this is all available right now?
The tides of darkness have come
I might have to play it tomorrow. I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. I'm gonna find out how much it is. It's old ass game, so it's probably super cheap. Most of the remastered games are like $5-10 at a time.
people to their destiny.
It's crazy to think that they're not even making a... Good, I'm glad that you're enjoying. It's crazy to think that they're not actually even making a new game. They're literally, all they did was take their old game and just, you know, repolish it. I'm not mad at it though. Totally would play this.
Now, we
Just for the story alone. Ooh, graphical updates again. Okay. Nice. Whoa. I like the updates. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to play my Warcraft 3 since they've updated it again.
It's pretty amazing to think that Hearthstone turns 10 this year. It's been such an incredible decade.
It's been 10
Together, we've
years?
made the tavern a place
It's already
for
been
sharing
10
joy,
years since this came out?
excitement, and some very
Oh
tall
my
tales
God.
indeed. We've made friends with Murlocs, battled old gods,
I feel
and
so
now we're
old.
traveling through space. But for me, the most incredible thing of all is that I get to work on my favorite game with such an amazing team. Ever since Hearthstone came out, we've been with you on that road to legend. I remember on my first climb to legend, I had played something like 500 games in 1 month. And as the clock ticked to midnight,
It's a nice
I was
amount.
2 wins away and didn't make it. But I played another 500 games the following month and made it. Shout out to Darkshire Councilman. But those 1,000 games pale in comparison to the more than 160 billion games that we've all played over the last decade.
Jeez.
And that's not counting Battlegrounds. Can you believe that it's been 5 years since the mode launched at BlizzCon?
What?
That's
Really?
5 years of building Death Rattle Beast cons,
Battlegrounds?
magnetizing mechs, completing quests,
I'm not
and
gonna lie.
collecting trinkets.
Battlegrounds aren't my favorite.
It's been awesome to watch Battlegrounds grow from what was pitched as the biggest tavern brawl ever into what it is today. We are so thankful to our community for being with us over this incredible decade, and we're looking
Yeah, I
forward
like the
to
tavern
the next
brawl.
10 years in the tavern together. The future is packed with even more places to explore and adventures
And the
to
individual
share.
stories
More
that they
expansions,
have.
more mini sets, and more surprises. Now, let's take a look at what's just around the corner.
One of the amazing things of working at Blizzard is getting to watch other teams pushing the boundaries on their own games. I think we're all genuinely fans of what our coworkers are up to, and it's really special when we find moments to collaborate. What's up, everybody? I hope you're enjoying your adventures among the stars in the Great Dark Beyond. We loved working on this expansion and wanted to take our next mini set further into the cosmos than ever before. Prepare to travel beyond Azeroth, beyond Warcraft, and into Heroes of StarCraft.
What?
I'm super excited for this mini set. It's the first time we've ever explored another universe this deeply in Hearthstone. A ton of people on the team, so much.
I don't even know how to respond to this.
So being able to bring it into the Hearthstone Tavern has been incredible. Some might say it's about time. Obviously,
cheesy as hell.
Big. The Zerg, Terran, and Protoss factions are represented on cards via a faction banner. Not only do the cards in each faction work well with one another, they're also usable across multiple classes. Each of the factions also has a hero card featuring one of the most iconic faces from StarCraft. The Zerg are led by the Queen of Blades herself, Sarah Kerrigan. She gives Death Knights, Hunters, Warlocks, and Demon Hunters access to an aggro playstyle with near endless swarms of Zerg cards. After all, what would a StarCraft
I'm gonna have to see this in play.
Version of a Zerg rush?
I'm definitely gonna have to see this in
We
play.
have the legendary Artanis seeking to unify his people. He grants his powers
Wait.
to druids, mages, priests, and rogues. He focuses on power.
This is basically just StarCraft Hearthstone, basically.
Uses the psionic powers of the Protoss to make those cards cheaper. And finally, who else could we have to lead the Terran besides the iconic Jim Raynor? Thanks to him, warriors, paladins, and shamans will get a hold of the new starship keyword from the main set. But these aren't your average starships. They're battle cruisers. When we first started working on this main set,
this is confusing.
we went to the team and
Just
asked,
a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What does this need to have in order to truly feel like StarCraft? We've made sure to represent as many units from StarCraft as possible. There's even one character from Warcraft that snuck their way into the set. Grunty, the Terran armored Moloch.
Oh shit, they brought Grunty in.
Heroes of StarCraft has more cards than any mini set we've done before. There's so much to explore here. So many strategies, so many interactions, and so much StarCraft nostalgia. And
oh, you know
we might
he's
have some
excited to
special
get this
music as
out.
well, just for the occasion. Heroes of StarCraft is coming in January 2025. But there's even more coming up for Hearthstone. We're making some big changes to Arena.
As Leo mentioned, Arena is getting a major glow up. But first, let's talk about what makes Arena special. Arena is Hearthstone's premium draft mode, where you build your own deck from scratch at the start of every run. It's all about you flexing your deck building skills and card knowledge to defeat your opponents. And believe it or not, Arena has stayed mostly the same for 10 years.
Yeah.
So we thought it was finally time for a little bit of an update. From now on, there will be 2 kinds of Arena to choose from. Normal Arena has a shorter format that lets you complete your runs more quickly, but still gives you that awesome competitive arena experience. And after you've established yourself in the normal arena,
so
you'll
it's
be able
basically
to descend
normal
into
arena.
the dark, dank cellar of the tavern, where challengers are engaging in high-stakes card play in our underground arena. Underground has a distinctive basement aesthetic, longer runs, and a new feature we call redraft on
Gang
loss.
level.
This means that when you lose, you'll have
Gang,
the option
gang.
to redraft cards and edit your
Underground,
deck,
so like
refining
rogue
it to
stuff.
up your chances of winning as you take on more hardened challengers. We heard you also want a way to show off that you're an arena champion. We got you. Arena ratings will be available for both the normal and underground modes. Ranking for the 2 are separate, with the usual skill-based matchmaking in normal arena. But in underground arena, you'll be throwing caution to the wind and facing off against opponents of all skill levels. Whether you're an arena veteran or maybe you just haven't clicked that arena button in a while, we hope these changes offer you another exciting way you can enjoy your time in the tavern with us. And I'm happy to tell you all of this will be coming in the first half of next year. Now, here's Tyler to share even more of what's in store for Hearthstone.
I like Hearthstone.
Hey everyone.
It's a good game.
As you can see, we've got a lot of really exciting things planned for the next few updates. But what kind of game director would I be if I didn't spill even more beans about what's coming next? It's going to be the year of the Raptor, and you'll be going on some awesome adventures in some of your favorite Azeroth locations. Next year, we kick
Year of
things
the
off
Raptor.
with one of our
I feel like
most
the last time I was
requested
on was like the
sets
Year
as
of
we
the
journey
Phoenix or some crap.
into the Emerald Dream. Here, you'll find yourself in the middle of a legendary face-off between the Druids of the Emerald Dream and the forces of the Old Gods. They'll be fighting a high-stakes battle over the fate of the World Tree in our first expansion of the year. And things are going to heat up even more when the Druids of the Flame light up the mini-set. Our second expansion is also Hearthstone's first ever sequel, as we go back to Ungoro Crater. Join Elise on the hunt for a
I mean, of
mythical
course we're
lost
going
Tortolan
back.
City. Spoiler alert.
It's the Year of the
keep an eye on that
Raptor.
volcano. After uncovering the secrets of the Lost City, take part in a grand celebration in the 33.4 mini set. The party-loving Tortolans are hosting a festival in honor of the mighty dinosaurs of the crater, and we'd
I
hate
just
for you
want
to
them to
miss out
get.
on all
I
that
just want them to get to the
Closing out
Warcraft
year
news
is our
already.
third expansion, where you'll
That's all
travel
I really
with
care
Chrome
about.
through alternate realities to recruit legendary Warcraft heroes like you've never seen them before. This all leads to an epic showdown against Murazov
My God, my
at
throat,
the end of
my
time,
throat is so damn
and
scratchy
you
for
won't
some reason.
believe what happens next. You've seen just how much we've got in store for you over the next year. Heroes of StarCraft, revamped arena, and 3 awesome expansions. We're
I wanna see what
incredibly
Heroes of
excited,
StarCraft
and
looks
we
like.
hope you're incredibly excited. Thank you so much for being part
More
of this
so than any
incredible
of this, of the
10
Hearthstone,
years
of the
in,
Hearthstone
and our
stuff.
adventures in the tavern together are only just beginning.
What is this? The Rumble game?
Blizzard has this awesome tradition of sharing the journey that each team took to bring their games to life.
Warcraft Rumble. I didn't get into this game.
I think this museum is a beautiful way to relive the memories of development and share that passion with the rest of Blizzard. What's up, everyone? It's been about a year since I stood on the main stage of BlizzCon and we launched Warcraft Rumble together with all of you. And what a year it's been. All of us on the team have had so much fun watching you dig into our game and explore the hero collection, the army building, the nail-biting finishes. You've beaten over 900 million bosses, and on the matter of
Jesus.
support, you
900
CJ
million?
almost 10% more. But maybe, most importantly, you've summoned over 1 billion angry chickens. That's 2 billion chicken wings.
Oh my God.
In just a second, we're
Jeremy,
The look on his face. The look on his face.
Oh, I know a little bit about that. Scoot the camera. Cool. Awesome. When we started working on Warcraft Rumble, we wanted to make something that harkened back to our strategy roots. Like the first time I booted up Warcraft 2 on my dad's Power Mac 7100 66 AV. I'm stoked to play those new remasters. But we also wanted to do something in our universe that we'd never done before. So we started imagining that maybe somewhere in the Hearthstone Tavern, there was a mysterious arcade machine that printed miniature versions of the heroes and villains of Azeroth and zapped them to life for you to collect and command. In those kind of early days when we were establishing the art style of Warcraft Rumble, we wanted a sense of tactility. We wanted to be able to pick up and touch the art that we were creating inside of the computer. So some of us went and printed minis and painted them up like this. And that's kind of really where all this came from.
I was about to
All
say, of
these
course, this
minis
is where
were
it
painted
started.
by our team. And well, if I'm a little bit biased, but this little guy's my favorite.
What does that say underneath?
Oh, under here? Oh, it says Jeremy. But we've done more than paint minis since our game launched. We've added new
Of
dungeons
course it says his
and
name.
at least one new mini every single season. We've got the Dark Moon Fair, new zones, and a whole new family for you to experience in the game. We added our first raid, Molten Core, and laid siege to Stormwind. In our latest season, we even bust down the doors of Ironforge. And we ain't stopping there, are we, Vic?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up.
Mhm.
Starting right now, if you hop into Rumble, we're running our first anniversary event with some truly
I
excellent.
always love seeing these events,
We're
man.
celebrating 1 year of Warcraft Rumble, so if you jump in after the stream, you'll be able to snag some super cool rewards, like the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogold. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
We've also been working on something really exciting for later in the season. There are
Actually-
some characters in Warcraft that
Let me go back a second.
Oh, under here? Oh, it says
Oh, it
Jeremy.
says his whole damn name.
You'll snag some super cool rewards, like
see.
the very valuable looking gold kobold, which we affectionately call the Kogold. Okay, have you scanned this thing yet? Great.
we've also been working on something really exciting for later in the season. There are some characters in Warcraft that don't fit so cleanly into just one of our families. So we're adding split leaders. These leaders belong to 2 families at the same time, which really expands the possibilities of how you build out your armies. And we're not just adding one split leader, we're starting with 3. Up first, fighting for the Alliance and Cenarian families, is Malfurion Stormrage. And representing the Horde and Blackrock families, we got Chieftain and former War Chief Orgrim Doomhammer.
Nice.
And finally, leading Undead and Beasts is Anu Barak.
Undead and
Beasts? Any
Beasts?
of these 3 new leaders join the fight, we're going to be reworking one that we released this time last year. Sylvanas Windrunner is finally taking her rightful place among both the Horde and Undead. We've got an awesome season ahead of us and can't wait for you to check it out. We'll be right there with you. To our amazing fans, thank you for an incredible first year of Warcraft Rumble.
The game's still a baby.
Your passion fuels our creativity and
I don't really know if there's going to be much more to it.
There was one more thing we wanted to talk about. Jeremy? Right? There was one more thing we wanted to talk about, right?
Nope. That's all I had. See you later.
Okay. Oh my god. It's on the PC now. Yes. The big kahuna. Watch, they'll show all the Warcraft stuff and then all of a sudden you'll just see some Diablo stuff.
I'm so excited that you're here to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with us.
Yes, I am.
When the game first came out in 2004, I remember Facebook had just launched. I'd been in the game industry for a handful of years when I picked up WoW.
Stop making me feel
I
old.
was in awe. Even when I was running about and exploring on my Night Elf Hunter, I made friends who would group with me and tackle just about anything, including helping me save 40 gold for my first mount. I loved it. I still do.
Was a lot of
just like
cheddar
many
back
of
then,
you.
man.
And as most of you know, the game saw absolutely explosive
Epic
growth
mount.
in the early
Oh my
years
god.
and brought multiplayer
So much
gaming
money.
to the mainstream. That in turn
So much
created
gold.
countless friendships,
That's why I played the
camaraderie,
Paladin.
and
Cut
escape
it down
for
a bit.
people every day. It still does 20 years later. We dug into our history and discovered that across 2 decades, together, we've accumulated 1 billion days of time played in Azeroth. So many of
I
you
have definitely
joined us
contributed
over
to
the
that.
years. Some of you have met partners in the world and gotten married. Some of you have even named your kids and pets after characters and locations in the game. Veterans from all over the world.
Never thought
Those
about
who are
that
hearing
one.
or visually
Come here,
impaired or have
Goldshire.
physical challenges. We've welcomed seniors, even whole families playing together with their kids.
Come here,
and so
Ellen.
many more who call our world home. No matter who you are,
It's not
when
that
you
bad.
come to Azeroth, you can live how you want and be who you want to be. It's a gift for so many, and certainly to us. We feel it every day.
Little Nazmadan.
One of
Come here,
those special
Nazmadan.
stories is live now on Netflix in a documentary called The Remarkable Life of Evelyn. Maud Steen, who played a character named Evelyn, lived a life in Azeroth that he couldn't in the real world. He suffered from Duchenne muscular dystrophy for most of his life and fought it courageously alongside his incredible family, who I'm proud to have met and fallen in love with. Because of Mats and his role-play guild called Starlight, his family discovered the power of online game communities and advocate for gaming around the world
That's
as a
nice.
source of joy and companionship.
That's nice.
Sadly, Mats was taken from this world and Azeroth far too soon. Because of Mats and stories like his, we were inspired to create a charity pet program for Classic and our modern game to support Cure Duchenne, a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving and extending the lives of
They
those
always
affected
have
by
a,
Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
They always
We
have
want to
a
thank you in
profit
advance
animal
for giving
or
to
a
this
profit
cause
pet.
that offers support to people just like Mats. This little cutie is Revan, and he's available until January 6th. He was inspired by the detective agency Mats created for his busy roleplay life in Azeroth.
So I actually have donated specifically for a couple of these. I have a couple of the shop
Right
pets
now,
for
we have our
those
20th
reasons.
anniversary celebration running in.
So these little,
We've got
those little
modernized
campaigns
Tier
do
2
definitely
armor
work.
Sets, classic time walking, new world bosses, trading post items, rewards, and more with all that nostalgic flavor. In the War Within expansion that we released a few months ago, we've taken the leap into the first chapter of the World Soul Saga. More coming on that. And of course, Classic is always cooking.
Oh,
But this
man.
moment is about you. You're the thundering heart of World of Warcraft and always have been. Stay tuned as we share what we are serving up for you. And thanks for making Azeroth a place you call home.
Yeah. I haven't played Classic in a while, but I'll definitely watch some Classic right now. Any info. Give me some info on what's going on.
Hey
Give me the
everyone.
juice.
Clay and I are so excited to be here today during this anniversary celebration to talk about what's coming up for WoW Classic.
I can't believe that after 20 years, my Orc Warrior is still finding new adventures in Azeroth. Shout out to all my buds in Tacondrius.
Feels like just yesterday I was on my Night Elf Druid, ganking some buddies on the Teneris realm at the Crossroads. Sorry about that.
Being on the Classic team and getting to help contribute to this incomparable legacy, which has breathed new life into the original Classic experiences, I'm not sure anything compares to it. I love how vocal and passionate our player base is, not only about what parts of WoW's history they want to see come back, but also their passion for things we try and
All
have
of the
experimented
juicy
with.
good stuff,
Speaking of
my
us taking
boy.
some pretty big swings, in Season of
We
Discovery,
want that good.
we loved watching you use your new class abilities, take on our all-new level-up raids, find secrets, and team up to defeat Ragnaros and Nefarian. We're looking forward to the AQ war effort unlocking very, very soon here, which will lead right into the launch of the Encourage raid. This will bring new changes and surprises that we can't wait to bring to you. Fun new mechanics, difficulty changes, new rewards. You know us well enough by now to know exactly how we'll mix it up as you wager your sanity
No, we
for
don't.
ancient Courage.
No, we don't. It's been years.
Beyond that,
I've
for
played
Season
with
of
you guys
Discovery,
for years.
We have one more phase
You've
to
given
come.
me
We previously announced we will progress through all the phases of the original
promise after
Classic
promise
era.
after promise, and
So
you
get
dropped
ready
the
not
ball
only for
multiple times. That's why I'm not playing
but
right
new
now.
instance content.
Don't give me
featuring
that
the
crap.
Scarlet
We know how you
Crusade, as
play.
well as
I know
Adventures
how y'all
in
used to
Deadwind
do.
Pass.
Y'all used to give me bangers.
Now to Cataclysm Classic, where we recently launched the legendary Firelands. You've undertaken difficult challenges, besting Ragnaros and his feet, and are hopefully a
And
few
his
steps
feet.
closer to getting your
Yeah.
very own Dragon Wrath staff. We're looking forward to bringing you the final phase of Cataclysm Classic when our Hour of Twilight patch and Dragon Soul raid launch early next year. I know you Classic players out there must be curious where we're
The
going
rag
next.
farm,
But let's be honest, you know where we're going next.
man. Yeah, they're just gonna do every single. So are they ever gonna stop? Or are they just gonna keep making? They're just gonna push the. What happens when they catch up to the main live version? That's the real question. What happens when they catch up? Because they've jumped through like 2 expansions pretty quick. Oh, this looks a lot different. He didn't know what anger was. Now you do. War has come to your island, and we have come to corrupt your minds. Of course, Mr. Pandaria is coming next. It's crazy. Crazy, right?
The Classic team is proud to announce that Mists of Pandaria Classic is coming, and we can't wait to bring it to you next summer. With its legendary class design and incredible raids and dungeons, set amongst a gorgeous environment and backed by an unforgettable soundtrack.
Bro.
We'll be traveling back to experience all that Pandaria has to
Bro,
offer
listen.
together.
Listen here, Linda. I don't care about Pandaland for the second
Pandaria
time.
Classic is super exciting for all of us, as well as Season of Discovery, and we love that we'll continue to
Don't
be on
speak
that
for
journey
me.
with you. But we
Some
know
of us.
we spend some time on the internet, and we've heard some of you out there. You want something
No.
fresh.
Yes.
Which is why we are so pleased to announce that we are bringing you the Classic experience. All new Fresh Realms with the WoW Classic 20th Anniversary Edition. And it's happening soon.
How soon, Clay?
Actually soon. These realms will be going live next week on November 21st, but you won't have to rush to level 60. Classic is all about the journey after all. As we've made a change, and our first raid, Molten Core, won't unlock for a few weeks after launch.
We'll be launching realms of
Our
all
first
flavors,
raid.
PvP, normal PvE, and for the very first time, hardcore, which will progress through the phases in lockstep with the other two. This means
Why are they
fresh
acting like
start
this
for
is new shit?
everyone at the same time, together on a level playing field with fresh economies on very large realms.
Oh my god.
If you missed out on jumping into WoW Classic's initial launch in 2019, this is the perfect time to join our community. These servers will also launch with some of the quality of life features that came later on, like the Chrono Boon Displacer to save your world buffs, and the improved PvP honor ranking system.
Okay.
And yes, we're also pleased
Okay,
to
this
announce
is
that
kinda
these
new.
realms will progress to the Burning Crusade Classic.
So they're giving people a chance to press the
Launching
reset
these
button
servers
for the
close to the
for another
exact date
time.
World of
All they're doing is
Warcraft
adding
came
in
out
servers
20
and
years ago, alongside all the work we're doing for Season of Discovery, Cataclysm Classic, and Mists of Pandaria Classic means so much to us. We love this game,
No.
and we love the community that has made Classic
I want
Realms
something
their
new.
home alongside their
Please.
friends.
From all of us on the
It's-
Classic
it's not
team,
anything new.
Thank you. This amazing journey is one that's been co-written by you, our incredible community.
it's basically, hey guys, if you didn't play the first time, here's your second chance. Oh wait, hey guys, if you didn't play the second time, here's a fucking third chance. Please, just give me
Hi everyone.
new
We're
shit.
in the middle of such an incredible moment for
Thank
World
you,
of Warcraft.
Ian. Let's go.
The World Soul Saga kicked off in
Let's
August,
go,
the
Ian.
launch of the War Within, and we have been so excited to dive into the expansion alongside all of you. Whether you enjoy raiding, dungeons, delves, PvP, collecting appearances, pets and mounts, role-playing, or exploring the open world, we hope you found a part of Azeroth that brings you joy.
I'm gonna keep it a
It's
buck with you.
humbling to be
All of it
standing
except
here
2.
on the eve of WoW's 20th anniversary. Looking back, 20 years ago, I was fresh out of school, and I had just seen enough of the beta to know that I needed to play this game, and then immediately stopped
Yeah.
to avoid spoiling the experience for myself.
Needed.
I'd booked a couple days off work for launch, and was looking forward to really diving into Azeroth. But little did I know that my server would be offline for the first few days due to overwhelming demand. Shout out to Mal'Ganis. But even less could I imagine how this game would in so many ways define the rest of the course of my adult life. So, let's talk about what's coming up for World of Warcraft.
Thank you.
Starting with what's on the horizon. We have 1107 Siren Isle, which is currently up on our public test realms. This update will go live next month, and it has something for everyone. On the narrative front, this update includes epilogue questlines for Dalaran and the Kirin Tor. No spoilers, but this
Ooh.
storyline features the mysterious Haranir, who also played a starring role in our expansion release cinematic. We'll also get into the prologue for where we're going
I'm not
next.
gonna lie, I thought
More
that
on
was just a troll.
1107 also, of course, brings its namesake, the Siren Isle, a new outdoor environment to explore, full of mysteries to uncover, and rewards
Okay, new
to
area.
help catch up your alts and prepare for the next War
A
Within
new alt
season
catch-up
ahead.
area, of course.
Plunderstorm is returning, this time with a plunder store to give you more flexibility in earning your
I don't know what the
rewards
hell this is.
instead of that linear renown track. Also making a return will be the latest iteration of our Turbulent Timeways event and a Winter Veil revamp. We can't wait for you all to experience this update.
I always do the Winter Veil
As an
stuff.
additional treat for those of
It
you
needed a
invested in the
revamp.
story of the War Within, we will be releasing a novella that explains exactly what happened to Jaina and Thrall after they left us. This novella is narrated by none other than Chris Metzen and available today.
Ooh.
So, I know many of you have already seen 1107, but you have to be wondering where the War Within is going to take us after that.
Nope.
Okay. So following Xalatath's trail is going to lead us to a location that I've been personally excited about since we first settled on the idea of an underground expansion. Undermine, the capital of the Goblins' trade empire.
Oh,
Fittingly, our
fuck
name
yeah.
for the 11.1 patch is Undermined with a D. Now this is a city unlike any city we've seen before in World of Warcraft, standing as a testament to the intelligence and creativity of the Goblins as masters of technology.
Oh my god.
And as our adventures continue,
and I
we
play
will learn
engineer.
more about Goblin culture than ever before. What's important
And I'm a
to them,
Goblin engineer.
What problems they're trying to solve, what they're capable of as a society. Everything that makes them
There better
truly
be
unique,
engineer updates for
beyond
this.
the humor and the explosions. Though, just to be clear, there's going to be a whole lot of explosions. You'll arrive at an Undermine that's plunged into conflict between the 4 major Goblin cartels: Steamweedle, Blackwater, Bilgewater, and of course, the Venture Company.
Of course.
You will align yourself with a group of your choice and run into notorious goblins like Monty Gazlo, Renzik the Shiv, Baron
Yo.
Revelgaz, Marin Noggenfogger, and more. Now,
This is
if
about
you're
to be
gonna
like
in
some
cahoots with the
mobster
Goblin
type shit.
cartel,
I'm gonna
you
love
can't be
this.
seen rolling around in anything less than a truly blinged out ride. So early on, you'll earn a vehicle designed just for Undermine to push the boundaries of locomotion within World of Warcraft.
Oh?
Undermine was built for speed, with roads designed for driving, which is just as well, because this car travels much, much faster than your regular ground mounts. You can also further
Hell
adjust
yeah.
your car's driving characteristics. Do you prefer grip, or do you want to drift more? Do you want more acceleration, even if it's going to come at the expense of your top speed?
Race
That's up to
cars?
you. You can try it
Wow.
all and rule the streets of Undermine, living your life 440 yards at a time.
Yeah,
We'll also be adding
Yeah,
a new
I'm
dungeon
getting back
in
into this.
Undermined, Operation Floodgate, which is a race to stop a group of goblins from blowing a dam that would bring ruin to the Ringing Deeps. This dungeon will also be immediately available as part of our new Season 2 dungeon pool on Heroic, Mythic, and Mythic Plus difficulties, alongside the 4 other launch dungeons and 3 returning legacy
I
dungeons.
can get behind
now,
this
we'll
too.
have many more details in the weeks ahead, but I can tell you that one of those legacy dungeons, naturally, in light of our goblin theme here, is the Motherlode from Battle for Azeroth. Continuing to build upon one of our favorite parts of the War Within, this
Obviously.
new zone brings with it 2 new delves for you to explore, and we're creating new variations on the
See, I don't know what
existing
delves are yet.
We're also introducing seasonal updates to Bran Bronzebeard, a new adversary to follow Zek Veer, and a new set of goblin-inspired curios for Bran. Of course, a new season also means a new raid zone. We have an 8-boss raid called the Liberation
Of course, the
Undermine
dinosaur.
coming your way, which takes you through the streets of
T-Rex
the city
versus
and into the
freaking
magnificent Galatia,
Godzilla.
brimming with color
Or not
and
Godzilla, fucking
extravagance.
King
Also
Kong.
hides the dark secrets of its owner, the one and only Gallywix. And for the arena PvPers out there, we're also introducing a new arena map set right amidst the city.
Oh. I'm definitely getting back into it. They're finally putting in another arena map.
Now, some of you may be wondering how Xalatath fits into all of this, and how goblin politics relate to the fate of our world soul. But rest assured, Undermine plays a vital role as a continuation, a next chapter in the many stories that are unfolding in the War Within. We will have a lot more to share on that front in the months ahead. And that is
Race
just the beginning
cars.
of what we have planned for the next year. Now, as you can see, 2025
Hold
is
on.
going to be an incredible.
So we got, where are we at? This is where we're at right here. Games released and all that. Drive. Oh my God. They're not playing driving.
Incredible year
Super excited.
for both modern and classic WoW players. As the World Soul Saga continues to unfold, we are reflecting on these past 20 years with immense gratitude as we lay the foundations upon which to build the next 20. On behalf of the entire World of Warcraft team, thank you so much for being the heart of the history of Azeroth. Whether you've just joined our community, been with us for the last 2 decades, or somewhere in between, thank you for making Azeroth your home. And speaking of home, the team does have one more thing to share with you.
Trophies. All my trophies from all these years of me dominating this game. Yeah. And it's a warrior too. I main a warrior. That's a carpet. Yo. I got it. I gotta.
Thank you for joining us today and for being with us for the past 3 decades. The Warcraft universe is a living, breathing world that's been experienced by over 250 million players around the globe. That's millions of stories of adventure, laughter, and true connection.
Yeah.
And as the years have passed and our communities have grown and evolved, the statue behind us reminds us all how important Warcraft is.
This is a W.
To be.
Definitely a W for Blizzard.
It serves as a reminder of our shared passion for building Azeroth together. And it's you who truly bring Warcraft to life.
That's pretty good.
Our players and the communities you are a part of. Thank you for being the lifeblood of this world that means so much to all of us. 30 years of history is the perfect foundation upon which we will build for the bright future ahead, and we can't wait to walk that road alongside you. And before we go, we want to share something very special. This September, 190 performers took to the stage to celebrate 20 years of World of Warcraft with a series of concerts in Switzerland. Prepare to dive back into the history of World of Warcraft through its incredible soundtrack performed live. And whether this music invokes cherished memories or you're hearing some of these pieces for the first time, we hope you enjoy the performance. Here's to the next 30 years.
For Azeroth. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, the Warcraft 3, 2, and 1 update. That's actually pretty dope. That's big. Big for them to be able to bring that back and in such high quality. All right, and the rest is just going to be like the orchestra stuff. So, yeah, I really that's a big W. Big W for freaking